Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the new and improved Mid-Vale Speedway for the start of the 2013 racing season. What a great field of cars. A great group of fans coming out to view this season opener. We're just running about 20 minutes behind schedule, but the late models for the first heat lining up pit side. They'll be on the track for the first of two heat races in just a moment. Tonight, brought to you by McIntosh Oil Company, the sponsor in our late model division. Off and rolling, turn 4. Ritter a little bit sideways, coming through turn number 2. Mike Miller taking the advantage into 3. Will he close the door? Not quite yet. He still can. Pushes high in the 4th turn, allows Ritter back to the inside. 1 lap complete. Many more laps to go, not only tonight, but the rest of this 2013 season. Mike Miller leads the way. First race on these new American Racer tires. Schneider off the pace. Here comes Desecker for 3rd. Schneider will close the door, then give him some room in the middle of 3 and 4. Miller leading out the line. Lap number 3 complete. Miller, Ritter, Desecker. Battle for the number 4 spot. Brian Smith and Bob Schneider Jr. halfway, 4 and 4 to go. Miller making it happen front of the field. Ritter looking good in 2nd. Desecker solid in 3rd. Smith's moved up from the back row into the 4th position. And his older brother Bubba running in the number 5 spot. 6th is Schneider, 7th is Rosenberry, 8th is Stankiewicz. 2 to go at the stripe. Desecker is closing the gap a little bit on the top 2. Probably will run out of time. Nonetheless, his car looks good early. White flag. 1 to go for Mike Miller. Ritter. Lead stabilizing for Miller. Coming off of turn number 4. The William Painting, Bob's Auto Sales, DFC Racing Carbs, A1 Auto and Sprint Car of Mike Miller to win. 2nd place to Jonathan Ritter. 3rd spot to the 21 of Desecker. 4th to Brian Smith and 5th to Bubba Smith. 6th is Bob Schneider Jr. 7th Alex Rosenberry and 8th Tom Stankiewicz. Our first race of the season going flag to flag, and Mike Miller makes it happen in the 2nd groove. Pulling to the line, let's hear it for the winner, the veteran driver from Clinton, Ohio, Mike Miller. The white stripe coming off of the 4th turn is the starting spot. That's where Terry Coletti will wave the green, and we are underway. Into the first corner we go. We saw Baker light up the tires going into the corner to whoa it up. Marietta's William Robinson bobbles a little bit, went up the banking, nearly took out Dexter. I think might have left a little bit of a tire mark on the left side of his car. Mills, a rookie in the number 4, racing in the outside lane with William Robinson, and Mills blows his doors off, heading down the backstretch, takes over the number 2 position. Battle now for 4th. Larry Baker on the inside lane. Baker up to the number 3 spot. Robinson running right in the middle. Here comes Rich Markham. Markham in the Fuchs Racing number 57 on the inside lane. 3 complete at the line this time. 5 laps to go for the 55 of Darrell Dexter. Mills is running him down. You've got a driver in his 70s in the lead. You've got a driver in his teenage years in second. Dexter and Mills, first and second. Grudier to the outside, moving out of the way for the leaders, and Mills has caught the leader, Darrell Dexter. Dexter, so many years of racing experience. Mills, just 2 here at Midvale Speedway in full-bodied race cars. Came from the go-kart ranks. He's trying to set up Dexter for a possible pass for the lead. Doug McMillan using this race as a hot lap session, coming to the white this time. White flag this time, 1 more lap to go for Dexter. Mills goes high, might try to duck under him on the backstretch. He does get a good run coming off of 2, can't quite get there. They'll go to 3. Grudier moving way out of the way, gives him plenty of room. The veteran had nice return for Darrell Dexter. Mills, second spot, third place to the 06 of Baker. Fourth spot to the 57 of Rich Markham. Fifth place to William Robinson. You had a veteran of many, many years of racing in the front of the field. He was run down by a teenage competitor, first ever late model race for that beautiful number 4, but he came up short. It was the vast experience turned here at Midvale Speedway and many other tracks that helps claim him the win. Let's hear it for Darrell Dexter.
Well, I think I called that one, Adam. Experience and youth both came to the front.
The 31 top qualifier, Doug Meyer. We are underway for the fast heat race in our modifieds, and Adams pushes up the banking. We've got him 3 wide on the backstretch in our first lap of the modified heat. Randy Smart takes advantage. So does Todd Ripley in the 00. Adams all kinds of sideways as he goes up towards the wall on the front stretch. Bill Westlake leading lap 1 as Ripley closes the gap. Ripley in the 00 right there on the rear bumper of Westlake. In fact, into the rear bumper of Westlake. Got him a little sideways. Westlake keeps it in the right direction. We've completed 2 of our scheduled 8 laps in the fast heat for the mods. Kevin McClintock running in the number 5 position all over Jesse Adams right now. Doug Meyer outside groove for the number 5 spot. Meyer showing an extremely fast car in practice last Friday night. He has been quick this weekend, set the track record into the 14s, mid-14s. And now he's trying to take that All Parts Auto Care, number 31 in the second groove to the outside, and he and McClintock, Adams in the 1, all a little bit of a wiggle there, and a scary moment for the Meyer clan. Down to the final 3 circuits left in the Summit Racing Economy Modified Heat. Single file, top 5, back a couple of car lengths to 6th and 7th. Meyer thinking about a move on Adams, could not make it happen going into 1. Terry Coletti, the chief starter, with a white in hand. 1 more lap to go for Steubenville driver Bill Westlake. Ripley will try the second groove on the final lap. Here comes Janaton Hutton driver, a veteran in his own right, Todd Ripley. Ripley's son Lucas racing as well. Who will it be at the line? Racing off of 4 to the stripe. Westlake by inches over Ripley. Westlake just holding off Todd Ripley for the heat race victory. Our first thriller of 2013 here at Midvale Speedway. 3rd spot to Randy Smart, 4th to Jesse Adams, 5th to Doug Myers, 6th to Mike Green, and Kevin McClintock brings his number 38 car home in 7th. 3 heats down, 3 new winners in 2013. From Steubenville, another veteran, the 51. Let's hear it for Bill Westlake. Murph's RV Center, awesome signs and shirts, QuickTime Performance Parts, IceCo, and RR Carburetors, the sponsors for Westlake, of Mike Bowers. Here we go, Green off of 4, and Bowers spins the tires. 3 wide down into the corner. Lucas Ripley, the 0, goes to the inside of Bowers. Bowers as well as Roley were both spinning the rear rubber coming off of 4. Here comes Lee McCreary in the number 2. Westerfield in the 9 is there as well. Leading Neil Rowley, car number 16, second place. The 0 of Lucas Ripley, third. The 0-1 of Mike Bowers. Here comes McCreary trying the second groove again. To no avail. McCreary drops to the inside lane. Nothing doing on the bottom groove. Westerfield, the modified rookie, the number 9 running in the 5th spot. Car looks good. Nice body on that ride. I think Wagner Fabrication, Dave Wagner applying the body to that 9 modified. The lead duo stretching their advantage a little bit, and Lucas Ripley, the second-year modified driver, getting a little antsy. We are halfway right now, 4 in, 4 to go, and here comes Ripley to the bottom for the lead on the backstretch. Rowley hanging on, will close the door, heading to 3, that former car, Bill Burkholder. For the 3rd spot, McCreary makes the move, and now a better run for Ripley, front of the pack. Lucas Ripley to the inside now for the number 1 position. Rowley will slip back into second momentarily, and we have 2 to go. Final 2 laps, and an air cleaner coming off of the number 5 of Justin Courtney will bring out the yellow. So caution flag for the orange number 5 of Justin Courtney as he lost the air cleaner coming down the front straightaway. The air cleaner cover coming off, flying up into the catch fence.
I was just wondering, Adam, is it acceptable to say that that race car has a hot body?
We're ready to go green, coming off of turn 4. It's going to be the 0 of Lucas Ripley, and a good start for the 16 of Rowley in the second groove. So we head down into the first corner. We have 6 complete with 2 to go, and now less than that. A lap and a half from the finish for the 0 car of Lucas Ripley. Rowley will drop back to the preferred lane here at Midvale Speedway. Final circuit of the second heat for the modifieds. Ripley off of turn number 2, heading down the backstretch into the 3rd corner. The Swan Racing Fabrication, Third Base Racing, shortstop drive-through, Ridgeco Pallet, D&B Machine Car, Lucas Ripley the win. Second spot to the number 16 of Neil Rowley, 3rd to the number 2 of Lee McCreary, 4th to the 0-1 of Mike Bowers, and 5th the number 9 of Tim Westerfield Jr. Second heat for the mods complete, and we did not see a yellow flag wave until our second heat for the mods. It was in our 4th race of the evening. Rolling slowly through turn 4, his dad picked up a 2nd place finish, nearly won his heat race, only fell inches behind at the stripe to Bill Westlake. Lucas wasn't going to let it happen. Let's hear it for him. Denison's Lucas Ripley. Swan Racing Fabrication, Third Base Racing, shortstop drive-through, Ridgeco Pallet, D&B Machine Car. Ohio's Jeremy Sloan, the Swiss Auto Mart D&S Racing, Scott's Auto Car, green flag, turn 4. Into 1 and 2 in our 3rd and final heat, the slow qualifiers from today's time trial session. It's getting close down the backstretch, and Anders and Gruhl nearly hit middle of the back straightaway. Gruhl checks up, and Anders into the lead. Look out. Anders sideways coming to the line. 1 complete, 7 to go. Battle for 3rd. Outside lane, Greg Hull in the 15. Greg Hull takes evasive action. Sideways, dirt tracking it down on the rumble strips. Up into the wall goes Bircher in the 07. More action than you can shake a stick at. And I don't know why you would want to shake a stick at it, but there was a lot of action here in this 3rd and final modified heat race. The 07 of Bircher, car braking of some sort in the middle of 4. It looks like problems on the front end of Bircher's 07. Second crash for him today, but he slowed it down pretty well before getting up into the wall. We have completed 1 lap of our scheduled 8. This race a little bit wild so far, Chris.
Definitely interesting. I would say something definitely broke on that 07 car, maybe possibly something from that accident earlier in hot laps with the 15 machine. But yeah, I'll tell you what, it's these guys keep it interesting. It's nice to see 3 heats in this division.
This is the season opener brought to you by McIntosh Oil Company. McIntosh Oil Company, the sponsor of our late model division every Saturday night here at the track. Bloom's Printing and Pepsi also bringing you the races. We get a lot of our printing work done from Bloom's, all of our poster schedules, our pocket schedules, our passes that we give away to our sponsors. Let's have a nice round of applause for Brock Bircher in the 07. It's a bad break for Bircher, making his return to Midvale Speedway, but something breaking on the front end. It's like the A-frame busting on his 07 ride. 7 from the finish, green in turn 4, off and racing once again. Jason Gruhl into the lead momentarily, but a sideways bobble in turn number 2 allows the 18 of Anders to pull back to the inside. He got in a little bit too heavy. He gets sideways. Checking up was Gruhl, gave him plenty of room to the line. Gruhl the advantage by mere inches. Close racing, front of the field. Oh, they think this is for the championship. They're working hard. First time modified competitors Jason Gruhl and Josh Anders. Up the banking Anders. Here comes Usage for second. Usage for the number 2 spot. Hit the rumble bump a little bit in turn number 1. Did not affect him. He's still racing with Gruhl for the second spot and will come to halfway this time. 4 laps in, 4 to go for Josh Anders. Usage, the veteran out of those drivers. He's only raced modifieds for a couple of seasons, but much more experience than those other 2. Gruhl nearly got into the back of him. A brake check session in turn 3. 5 complete. 5 laps down, 3 to go. Anders, Usage, Hull, Gruhl, and Sloan, the top 5. Grove running in the number 6 spot. White flag in the hand now of Terry Coletti, the chief starter. This time, signifying 1 more lap to go for Josh Anders. Greg Hull, the 3rd place car. The 15 was sideways exiting turn 4, continues on in the right direction. Trying to hang on for 2 more turns and half a straightaway. Anders up the banking a little bit, but not enough to give Usage the win as Anders claims his first modified victory in his first start. Usage second, 3rd spot to Hull, 4th position to Jason Gruhl, finishing in the next spot. The 5th position, the number 77 of Jeremy Sloan. That's the car that Matt Mills drove last season, and the number 3 of Grove, rounding out our finishers. To the front straightaway with the win in his first modified heat race start, the 18, Josh Anders. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Anders, the Fetchco Excavating number 18. Then it's the 82 second quick qualifier, Don Boron Jr. from East Sparta, the DeVille Apartments, J&B Feed and Supply ride, and rounding it out, the top qualifier tonight, the number 6 of Mike Martin. The field will go to yellow, as it was not a good start at the front of the pack. They'll have a complete restart. The green is out on this fast heat for the Pure Stocks. Side by side, front of the pack, and Boron, a little bit of a wiggle on the inside lane, allows the veteran Todd Miller to pull ahead, dives hard into turn 3, pushes up a little bit, but he's going to have sole possession of the lead position. Todd Miller, Don Boron Sr. running 3rd, Nick Harmon. 4th is Rich Schweitzer. 5th spot, it's a battle between Don Boron Jr. and the number 5 of Vince Martin. Back there with him, the number 6 of Mike Martin, the top qualifier. Harmon brings it off sideways. A little skewed coming out of 4 for the number 9. Todd Miller leading the way. Slows a little bit coming out of 4 this time. Todd Miller woted down coming off of 4 to the stripe that time, and Schweitzer is on the move in the inside groove. He, Boron, and Mike Martin trying to get to the front right now. They're boxed in behind Boron Sr. and Nick Harmon. Harmon a wiggle. Schweitzer moves up to third. 3 wide, here comes Boron Jr. and Harmon. They get together going into the first corner. That's going to bring out a yellow, a mishap between Don Boron Jr. and Nick Harmon heading in to the first turn. Way to third, and Todd Miller and Boron coming to 4 for the green, trying to have a good start. A little bit off, coming to the line, and they're going to restart this one again. Caution will again wave. Yellow flag will again come out. Hopefully they don't wad them up coming out at 2. Coming to 4 for the green, 4 complete, 4 to go, back underway. Boron tried to slide down into the inside groove, couldn't make it happen. It allows Schweitzer in the 84 to get to the inside. His son, Don Boron Jr., coming to the low lane, and he gives him room to the inside. 3 wide, here comes Mike Martin trying to thread the needle and does. Todd Miller leads. Second, Rich Schweitzer. There's a couple of veterans. Don Boron Jr., a relative young driver, a teenage star. And the number 82 car, Mike Martin, been racing with us since the early 2000s. The number 6 car in the 4 spot. Under his qualifying time for a second lap during this race, the 77 of Todd Miller. He will be shown the black flag for going under his time, this time by. That gives the lead to Rich Schweitzer in the 84 car. Miller will be realigned a little bit for the feature later tonight. Schweitzer into the lead. Second is Boron. Third spot is Martin. Fourth is Harmon. Fifth is Vince Martin. And sixth now is Boron Sr. as Schweitzer brings it to the checkered with a return victory in the pure stock division. Second is Boron. Third place, Mike Martin. Fourth is Nick Harmon. Fifth spot goes to Vince Martin. He raced dirt tracks for a couple of years after winning championships in the pure stock division here at Midvale. Let's hear it for his return, Rich Schweitzer. Good to have him back, the new Philadelphia driver, the Allen's Muffler and Tire, Federated Auto Parts, Alicia L. Manley MD sponsored car. A night for the veterans so far. Gillard Bricklayers, Murphy Waterproofing, an accurate boring car, and we are 3 wide at the start as Harvey got a run, and look out, around goes Anders. Kyle Anders, the 18, goes around. Everyone's still moving. Still green down through turns 3 and 4. Everybody able to make it by the 29 car. Leading the way, Waylon Orr. Waylon Orr out front. Second is Austin Harvey. Third, the 33 of Price. Fourth, the 68 of Hoopengarner. And fifth, the 80 car of Patterson. Waylon Orr in the 29 has broken out of his qualifying time. That's going to give the lead to the 112 of Austin Harvey. 29 of Orr under his time, much like we saw in the last heat race for the 77 of Miller. New leader now is the 112 of Austin Harvey, and he's all by himself. Harvey's first race in the pure stock division at Midvale Speedway, ran on the small oval in the stock compacts a year ago and picked up a win. Only attended once or twice. Was pretty good up at the Barberton Raceway. And Harvey working the second groove up through turns 1 and 2, trying to find the cushion up there. Austin Harvey leading the way. Second spot, Hoopengarner. Third is Patterson. Fourth is Anders. Price in the 33 to the pits. Be going white flag this time off of 4 for the 112 of Austin Harvey. Smoke is coming out of that ride. Still sounds good, maybe just a leak on the 112. Hoopengarner is closing in. Harvey running up in that second lane. Harvey trying to make it through 3 and 4, does get through 3, comes to turn 4, the Springfield Lake, Ritzman Muffler, Baker Performance, American Thunder 112, Austin Harvey the victory, second spot to Gary Hoopengarner, third place comes the number 80 of Robbie Patterson, and the number 18 finishing in the 4th spot is Kyle Anders. How about that? Another teenage driver getting into victory lane. It's either been the Grizzly veterans or the young teenage drivers, and this time it is a teenage driver of car number 112. First pure stock start at Midvale Speedway. Let's hear it for Austin Harvey. He is the nephew of Don Harvey Jr., who competes in the main event series as well as our late model division. Of Anthony Vasilou, the 65 of Adam Mishler, the 18 of Eric Feaster, the 27 of last year's champion Braden Swaney, and top qualifier Cliff Cox. What a green in the compact fast heat. Already Cliff Cox thinking about a 3 wide move to the outside groove. It might end up being 4 wide as Feaster thought about threading the needle. Didn't though, and here comes Cox to the outside. He's going to be on the outside of Anthony Vasilou. He is. Mishler on the bottom as well. Cox is going to run out of room in the 4th lane of this racetrack. We've completed 1 lap in the leader, the 157 of Bob Schneider Jr. Beautiful number 17 late model, driving Tom Barrett's Sharply Done 157 compact as well this season. And Schneider will lead lap number 2. 2 laps in and 6 to go in the first of 3 heats for the big track division, the compacts. Cliff Cox to the inside of Vasilou. Down the backstretch, they rub some paint. Cox is boxed in right now by Adam Mishler. Mishler, the veteran compact driver, the Mid-Vid Racing Video 65. Mike Swaney has caught the leader. But the biggest issue for those drivers is the one looking to the outside, and that is Cliff Cox, the top qualifier. A car much quicker than what they compete in, and it is halfway. We have completed now 4 of the scheduled 8. Swaney and Cox get together a little bit in 1 and 2. They continued on. Keep your eye. 3 wide battle into turn 3. Mishler, Swaney, Cox. Swaney in second, Mishler in third, Cox in 4th at the line that time. Cox is sideways. They've got him boxed in, and now here comes the number 4 of Anthony Vasilou back to the inside lane. Schneider leads this race. 6 in, 2 to go. Swaney working forward. Swaney nearly door to door with the 157. He is, as 157 of Schneider got a little bit sideways. Cox is recovering now from nearly spinning, getting a little sideways earlier. White flag, final lap. Who will it be a lap from now? The Barrett Racing 157, and now Swaney and Cox get together. They spin down in turn 1. IRV's car, claiming the victory. Away is Donnie Leggett III. Second spot, Jesse Patterson. Third, Kyle Finlayson. Fourth is Clayton Oliver. 3 wide, almost 4 wide at the back of the field is Bill Jane in the 59, Larry Ennis in the 09, and Alan Clark in the 69 go at it. These are the cars that qualified mid-pack during the time trial session earlier. Leggett leading by a number of car lengths, around 10 over the number 3 of Patterson. 19 of Oliver running down Patterson for that number 2 spot. Here the 111 of Leggett really letting off early, going down the front straightaway, probably trying to avoid going under his qualifying time. So far, he's been good except for one time. But the field is catching him, and there are 5 in, 3 to go this time for Leggett in the 111. He is letting off about the flag stand whenever he hits the rev chip, and that's allowing the 3 car of Patterson and the 19 of Oliver closing. You'd see the 111 of Leggett inside the cockpit of the car looking backwards to see where his nearest competitor may be. Leading the way, the 111 of Leggett. Battle for second now as they close on the 07 car of Josh Roberts making his first start, moving over for the oncoming traffic. Could get a little bit tight for about the 3rd spot as they go underneath Roberts, coming out of 4 to the checkered. Leggett wins 2nd spot to Patterson, 3rd to Orr, 4th place the 19 of Oliver, finishing 5th, the 59 of Jane, 6th spot to Ennis. The Leggett Auto Service, Carroll Asphalt, Ritson Concrete, number 111 from Scio, Ohio. Don Leggett III, the win tonight in our compact second heat. Final heat for the compact division on the racetrack. They'll run 2 features later tonight, the 3rd of 3 heats. Ready for green. Hahn and Crabtree bring them in. Oh, and just not going, the number 7 car coming off of turn 4, the 7. Chris Boone, almost like it missed a shift. It came to a stop, and Schreffler gets some pretty heavy damage to the front of his 99. Up front, battle between the 13 of Hahn and the 76 of Crabtree. It looks like they're still thinking these are the pace laps until the 76 of Crabtree locks them up going into 1, gets it stopped before the wall. Got the car fired. We'll get moving. We'll keep this race under green. Leading the way, Gerald Hahn in car 13. Gerald Hahn, Lisa Moore, 3rd spot, the 11 of Usage, 4th, the number 7 of Boone, and 5th, the 99 of Schreffler. These are the cars that qualified the slowest among our compact competitors earlier. Halfway next time around. 3-car battle at the front of the field. Lisa Moore trying that second lane in that yellow and red number 95. Lisa Moore a season ago drove an 18 front-wheel drive car up at the Barberton Raceway Park. So did Hahn in the 13. Usage running 3rd in the 11. 5 laps in, 3 to go at the stripe for Gerald Hahn. Oh, we see the 7 of Boone get back by the 99 car of Schreffler back in the field. They're having a nice little battle back there for the 4th and 5th positions. I'm not sure what the pay differential is between 4th and 5th in this compact 3rd heat, but it looks like it must be pretty substantial as the battle continues back there. Gerald Hahn in the 13 car racing the inside of Lisa Moore for the lead, and we have 1 lap to go, and Lisa Moore has taken over the top spot. and says, see you later. Checks out coming out of 2. Hahn just trying to hold on to second now as Usage races out there. And the Akron, Ohio driver, the Bowers Racing, Phil's Car Care, 25th Hour Printing, Russell Tire and Battery, M&J Auto Care, 95 of Lisa Moore, the victory, first at Midvale. 13 in the second spot is Hahn, finishing third. The 11 car of Usage, fourth. The 99 of Schreffler, 7 car of Chris Boone in the 76 of Crabtree, completing our competitors in this final compact heat. Let's have a nice round of applause for the 95 of Lisa Moore, her first Midvale win.
That's that 4 machine.
Ready for green coming off of turn 4. Here we go. And that 4 of Garrett may sound a little funny, but it was fast in qualifying. Set the quick qualifying lap, but Martin in the 5 was quick as well, and Martin on the move. Teddy Oliver Jr. going back to the number 5 spot, leading the way, the number 22 of Justin Badgett. Very nice paint jobs on a few of these trucks out there. All pretty nicely done. The number 12 taking the lead, coming out of 2, Cody Colmar. For the second spot, the number 4 of Dennis Garrett III, the top qualifier, working forward, making quick work of the teammate, Justin Badgett. Vince Martin, Shelby Sweets and Treats number 5, next to make a move. Off the pace, the 22 of Justin Badgett dropping back into the number 5 spot. Leading the way, the number 12 of Cody Colmar, but all over him, the number 4 of Dennis Garrett III.
I think that 22 has a flat right front tire. Yes, sir.
That will not help a car or a truck make the turns here at the racetrack. The 22 of Justin Badgett with a flat right front. He was told over the radio to go to the infield, and he will do just that. 3 to go with 5 complete. Number 12, your leader, getting some challenge from behind, a little bit of contact, but Garrett III loses a little bit of distance. 2 to go, 6 in, 2 to go for the number 12 of Cody Colmar. 3 pretty equal trucks at the front of that field. White flag this time, 1 to go for Cody Colmar. Garrett right there. Colmar leading the way down into the corner, coming off of turn 4. They'll race to the checkered. Garrett looked to the inside, couldn't make the move, and Colmar wins. Garrett second. Vince Martin third. Coming across the line in 4th will be the 00 of Logan Colmar. And the 49 of Teddy Oliver Jr. brings his truck home in 5th. Let's hear it for the winner in truck number 12, Cody Colmar. 18 is Howard Bartholow. The 151 is Chris Bloom. The 50 is Dan Bucky, last year's stock compact champion. The 29 is Blaine Salisbury, and we're underway. Lights coming on for the first time this year, and Bucky and Salisbury a little bit of contact down in turn number 2. That's going to cost them some ground, and a good break for the lead duo as Bloom and Bartholow pull away. The quick 2, though, will try to reel them in over the final 5 laps. 6 laps the distance in this heat instead of 8, just 4 cars starting the race. And Chris Bloom is leading the way. Battle for second. Here comes Salisbury in the 29. He was extremely quick a season ago for the first 5 or 6 nights. Won himself a handful of features, led the stock compact points for a while. And he has now moved into second with that outside lane pass. Salisbury closing on the rear bumper of Chris Bloom. 3 complete. We are halfway. It'll be 4 in and 2 to go. Salisbury goes to the outside. It is for the lead. It's Bloom inside and Salisbury outside. To the stripe. 2 laps to go. Salisbury really turning that car hard to the left, trying to get some bite to go forward. He'll get a good run coming off of 2. Down the back stretch they go. White flag this time. 5 in, 1 to go for Bloom and Salisbury. Close racing for the lead. It is the tight, small oval tonight. Next week, they could be on a road course, they could be on the big oval, or they could be on the small oval again. Your leader heading into turn 3, just able to make the pass in time, and winning, Blaine Salisbury. Bloom second, 3rd spot to Bartholow, and finishing 4th, the number 50 of Dan Bucky. Salisbury in the 29 car from Uricksville. The Salisbury Racing, PhilChalmers.com, M&D Design, Route 39 Auto, and Tap and Drive-Through Ride, Blaine Salisbury. Second heat race for the Fun Packs coming up. The shop-sponsored car, Chris Paul, rounds out our field. Green flag, 6 laps, second heat for the Fun Packs. Into the lead goes the 05 car of Paul Stahl. Chris Paul, he thought he was going to run the big oval. Whoops, forgot. He's running the small oval. Much better point guard. 1 lap in, 5 laps to go. Paul Stahl leading by several car lengths over Colton Bryan. Bryan was last year's runner-up in points, got a new car this year, and it's not quite getting out of its own way yet. Got some work to do there. The number 88 to the inside. We got him rubbing some paint down in turn 1 and 2. Here comes the 88 of Alan Walker, his first start at Midvale Speedway, and he is making headway. Up into second he goes. He used the inside lane of the asphalt down in turns 3 and 4 like a railroad track to hook him around the corner. Made up a lot of ground on the 05 car of Paul Stahl for the lead with 2 laps to go. Another pass possibly in the outside lane for a fun-packed heat. As Alan Walker is there. Paul Stahl protecting the bottom groove. Walker does look to the inside. Almost had an opening. Stahl closed it up. And white flag this time. 1 to go. Can Walker get him? Not able to do anything in turns 3 and 4. He'll go high into turn 1. He'll duck to the bottom. He's right there, but Stahl protects the inside lane. Down the back stretch they race. The Uricksville driver into turns 3 and 4. Another wily veteran of compact racing, Paul Stahl, the victory. Second spot to the 88 of Alan Walker, 3rd to the 21 of Colton Bryan, and 4th to the 26 of Chris Paul. As well as all of our other great eats and treats, as well as our Pepsi products in the concession stand. The Beer Barn Open with ice-cold Budweiser Anheuser-Busch products. Let's hear it for the winner, Paul Stahl.
Here with 2012 compact champion Braden Swaney. And Braden, over the wintertime, tell me what it meant to you as you reflected back and looked at what it meant to win a championship down here at Midvale Speedway.
It feels good, you know. I mean, We could have done better last year. We placed second a lot. My stepbrother won a lot of races and all, but I think, really all you have to do to win a championship, place top 3 every night, and that's what we did, and it worked out pretty good for us.
What are your expectations going into the season? You are the champion, so is that the ultimate expectation, is to win back-to-back?
It's always to win a championship.
And do you think that puts that target on your back just a little bit bigger?
It does. I mean, it's hard to explain. The bar's set so high, and you try not to make a mistake, and just a little stuff can mess you up.
Any sponsors you want to thank tonight as you get ready for the 2013 season?
I'd like to thank CJ's Drive-Thru, My Museum Tattoo Shop, Standard Automotive, Jake Albright. I mean, we had a lot of problems with the car throughout the winter, and I mean, it's starting to come along, and he did a lot of it.
I've asked everybody this because we're at the start of the season. As you look across the racetrack and look at the grandstands and the suites over on the other side, what does it mean from a driver's perspective, the improvements that Randy and Sue have done to this racetrack for the fans?
Randy and Sue have done a lot of good work. I mean, it's nice that someone actually came in and tried to get a lot more fans here. It's pretty nice.
And what are your routines on opening night? Is it like Christmas Day, opening up a new present?
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to get out there.
Well, good luck tonight. Good luck for the 2012 season. Your compact champion of 2012, Braden Swaney.
Lenny Orr filling in for Jeffrey tonight. He goes into the race lead, coming off of turn number 2 for the second position. The 157 of Schneider. And on the outside, the 19 of Clayton Oliver, lap 1 of 15. Look out, coming out of 4. Up into the wall goes Cliff Cox in the 37. And now down into the corner, we've got more contact. Cox in the 37 gets the short into that one as they slide up into him. He keeps on going. For Cox, hoping he doesn't have a flat tire. The 18 of Eric Feaster does have a flat right front tire and pulls to the infield. So the 18 of Eric Feaster has pulled off into the infield with a flat right front tire. Lenny Orr still leads the way. Bob Schneider Jr. in second. Running third is Mike Swaney. Fourth is Adam Mishler. And fifth, top qualifier, 37, Cliff Cox on the move. Cox in the number 5 spot, racing behind 2 cars, double wide, Adam Mishler and the 157 of Schneider. He's thinking about going outside of a 3-wide battle, not quite yet, still early in the race, 4 in, 11 to go for Lenny Orr. Mike Swaney in the 57 in the high groove. Lenny Orr on the inside lane. The 65 of Mishler on the bottom. 3-car battle for the lead. Soon to be maybe a 4-car battle as Cliff Cox is there. Cox closing on the 57 of Swaney. He'll look for an opening if he can find one. Right now they've got him boxed in. Thinking about the outside groove, that much quicker 37 car. 6 laps in, 9 to go for Lenny Orr in the 8. Lenny Orr right now being pressured big time from behind. The 65 of Mishler, 57 of Swaney, 37 of Cox. For the number 1 position, Lenny Orr still in sole possession as we complete 7 of the scheduled 15, and it's really heating up in a 4-car battle at the front of the field. Cliff Cox making a move forward, Swaney in the middle still, halfway, 8 laps in, 7 to go at the line. Lenny Orr still leading him in a 3-wide battle for second. Swaney and Cox get together down in the corner. They will be collected by the 59 of Bill Jane. Bill Jane still rolling down the backstretch, and now caution does wave.
Tough break for the 59 of Bill Jean. Right rear tire. Looks like it's bent on this machine, so he's going to need the hook to go back to the pits tonight. Also, a tough break for Braden Swaney, your point champion from a year ago. Got some damage on the right front corner of his machine as well. Car looked like it was pretty good in the heat race, and you were starting to move up in the feature.
Yeah, it's starting to hook up a little bit. You know, they took a lot of time in this winter building it. You know, thanks to Tim Farrar and everybody else that helped with it. You know, it's been a great car. Just got it hooking up, started taking off, and that's that typical race thing, man. It happens.
We'll get her back together next week, right?
Yep, we'll be back.
Okay, that's Bill Jane, driver of the 59, out tonight.
Bob Schneider Jr. back to green, turn 4. Into the first corner we go. Swaney's in trouble in that outside lane. Here comes Mishler to the inside. Lenny Orr holding on to the race lead. 4-second Mishler. Part-time competitor the last few years, only racing a few times over the last few seasons, but good to see him here on the opener and running well. Swaney's 27. Bad start to the season for Braden, just a bystander there after his dad and Cliff Cox got together. Number 4 trying to make a move is Anthony Vasilou. And caution coming out. Yellow flag out for the 27 of Swaney. Green back out. We're underway again, down to our final 5 laps at this stripe, this time by. It'll be 10 laps in and 5 to go. Final 5 laps for the number 8 car of Lenny Orr. In the second spot, the 65 of Mishler still battling out there. Cliff Cox has picked up 2 spots and needs to pick up about 6 more to pull away a victory, but it's 11 in. 4 to go as Mishler battles with Lenny Orr. Tim Frederick, Anthony Vasilou, they're right there. It's going to be 3 wide. Oh, no, it's not. Anthony Vasilou checks up, and Cliff Cox is into the top 5 again. Can he catch the leaders and try to challenge for a victory down to the final circuits? Mishler will lead out the stripe this time. Lenny Orr's car is off the pace. Number 8 car of Lenny Orr has dropped off the pace. Mishler goes into the lead. Second spot is Swaney. Bad break for Lenny Orr, who had a great run going. Mishler and Swaney first and second. Oh, Schneider gets together with Cliff Cox. 2 to go this time at the line, and Cox is on the move. Lenny Orr pulls off into the infield. Cliff Cox, the top qualifier, is closing on the leaders. It will be the white flag this time, and he is there. Can he do it? From the back twice in this race. Final lap for Adam Mishler and the 57 of Swaney. Cox right there on the back bumper of Mike Swaney. Those two got together a couple of times tonight. Cox running out of time, runs up the banking. Car about the same engine power, middle of the straightaway. Goes to turn 3 to turn 4. The Mid-Vid Racing video. 65 of Adam Mishler back into victory lane. Swaney second. Third spot to Cox. Fourth place to Schneider. And fifth place to the 4 of Vasilou. Coming back out for the start of this 2013 season. Made a good decision to bring the car. Talked to his dad earlier tonight. Wasn't sure whether he would show up or not. Said it was ready to go. He's going to take the checkered around the racetrack for the victory lap. Good run for Larry Ennis, bringing home a second place fit in the 57. Or Mike Swaney, rather. Larry Ennis was the back of the field. 157 of Schneider brings home a pretty decent run tonight. He's got the late model to compete in later tonight. And feature number 1 of the 7 scheduled tonight complete. I believe just 1 caution slowing the pace, 1 or 2. 2 actually. Driver from Uricksville now calls Kent, Ohio home, celebrating victory inside of this 65 car in the downtown Ford victory lane. Lenny Orr, great run for the number 8 car before mechanical issues. Ends his chance for a feature. And then Mishler able to hold off Mike Swaney and Cliff Cox at the end for the win. Let's hear it for Adam Mishler. Adam, congratulations. A win in front of a packed new grandstand here at Midvale Speedway. It's kind of a neat night for the racetrack, and it's especially special for you.
Oh, it just looks great here, Adam. It feels like almost like a whole new racetrack. It's really beautiful what Randy and Sue and everyone has done for the place.
I know your dad was really hoping that you would bring the car. One of the Mid-Vid racing video photographers, Craig, he's talked to me earlier, and he says, I don't know if he's going to bring it or not. He said, I did basically everything but load it. He said it's ready to go. He's glad you brought it now, and I think you are too.
Oh, yeah, it didn't do too shabby for sitting in the garage for 2 years and just changing the tires out on it, bringing it down. Can't be more happier than I am right now. So
let's hear it for the winner again, Adam Mishler.
Sliding in over here, Adam, real quick. Grover, what do you got in the feature?
What?
Going to do good here in the feature if you can get this thing running?
If we can start it up.
Okay, that's the Grove number 3 machine. Let's see if we can get a quick word with Greg Hull over here. Greg, early accident, a hot laps. Looking for the bud.
Oh, we got to patch back together. I don't know what it's going to do. We'll see, I guess.
Okay, that's Greg Hull starting up front.
Here with 2012 modified champion Randy Smart, picked up his 5th championship last year. Randy, how's it looking for 6?
I don't know how to be for 6. I don't know if we're going to race every night or not, and there's a lot of competition right now, so we'll see.
Got a lot more cars down here this year in this division. That's got to make you push a little bit harder. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a great thing. I kind of wanted to take it easy this year, but that's not going to happen, I don't think. So just have to do some more homework.
As you reflected back over picking up a championship now in the 2nd highest division at the Speedway over the wintertime, talk about, what you thought about what that means to you.
Oh, it's really cool. I've raced here, I think, 10 or 12 years, and this would be my 5th, so it's a pretty fun hobby. Keeps you out of trouble most of the time. Sometimes it gets you into trouble, but, it is what it is.
Talk about the new racing tire coming on board this year. I asked Bubba Smith earlier about it. You guys still have a little bit of grooves in the tires. The late models are on the slicks. Talk about the difference that you're expecting from American Racer versus the good years that we've had the last 10 or 15 years.
They seem a little softer to start out. We'll see how they are as the race goes on. Nobody's run a full race yet. Nobody's run that many laps to know where they're going to be. We'll see how they hold up. If they hold up and they stick through the whole race, they'll be awesome.
Do you attribute that to the fast times that we're seeing in pretty much all the divisions that are running these American Racer tires?
Oh, absolutely. We had a couple guys that really stepped up the game this year, but everybody has increased in speed because of the tires.
Talk about, you've been coming down here for, like you said, 10, 12 years now. Talk about what it means to you as a driver, the improvements that they've made to this place as far as the fans are concerned. It's got to be pretty awesome to look across the front straightaway and see those grandstands and suites over there.
Oh, yeah, it's great. A while there, we didn't know if this raceway would be here, and now that Randy bought it back and doing all the improvements, we know we'll have a place for our kids to race as well.
Any sponsors you want to thank as you look towards the 2013 season and getting ready to get started tonight?
I got to thank all of them, actually, but I'll name them all. Kurt Guerin, Shook Auto, Miller and Myers Podiatry, Wissman Motorsports, Scenic Woods, McBride's Hidden Horsepower. Yeah, we'll see what we can do this year.
Well, good luck, Randy, tonight and throughout the season.
Thank you, sir.
Randy Smart, your 2012 modified champion.
The number 15 of Greg Hull starts on the inside lane. He's from Cy, Ohio, as we get toward the back of the field. The 11 car of Joe Usich out of Canton on the outside. Then we've got the 18 of Josh Anders out of Norton. The Fetchco excavating car picked up a heat race win earlier tonight. Rounding out our lineup, the 77, a rookie in the division, Jeremy Sloan from Sugar Creek. Another rookie, the 99 of Jason Gruhl. And Brock Bircher used to drive Detroit Irons here at the Speedway, moved over to dirt for a couple of years, raced in sports stocks and modifieds on dirt, came back to join us. He's had some problems with that car tonight. Green flag, turn 4, 25 laps will go. Boy, Neil Rowley in the number 16 was way sideways exiting turn number 4. He's going to be sideways again, and we have a gaggle of cars heading to turn 3. What a field of modifieds tonight at Midvale Speedway. 1 lap in and 24 to go. Some brake checking going on back in the field. Randy Smart probably flat spotting the tires a little bit as he loaded up, gets passed by the top qualifier Doug Meyer. Leading the way is Tad Grove, second Neil Rowley, third is Mike Bowers. Into the pits goes Brock Bircher. We had 20 cars start the feature. We're still running with 19. As pit side went Brock Bircher, just getting a start and park tonight. Mechanical issues with that car. Again, some brake checking going on. Seeing smoke fly as some cars in the middle of the pack went off into turn 1. Grove leading. Second spot is Rowley. Third is Bowers. Fourth is McCreary. And fifth spot, the 0 of Lucas Ripley. Good run so far for the rookie. Then in the 6th position is Tim Westerfield Jr. 7th, the number 5 of Justin Courtney. Running 8th is Bill Westlake. Battle for 9th between Kevin McClintock and Jesse Adams. 11th, Mike Green. 12th spot, Todd Ripley. 13th, Doug Meyer. He's only picked up 1 spot so far, and that was from the 17 of Randy Smart, who is right behind him. 6 laps in, 19 to go. Still early in this 25-lapper. Rowley has opened up the inside lane for Lee McCreary, who picked up wins in feature action in 2012. And McCreary is on the move forward again. Lee McCreary, the new Philadelphia driver, for second. McCreary not quite clearing, and now will clear. The 16 of Rowley, who has his hands full, has been sideways a number of times, and now we've got contact. Trouble in turn 3. Look out. Cars all which ways. Hard contact for the number 1 of Jesse Adams into the outside retaining wall. Original contact came from the 0 of Lucas Ripley and the 0-1 of Mike Bowers. Zero of Lucas Ripley getting to the inside on the backstretch of Mike Bowers, only getting up to about the quarter panel or so. The two made some contact and spun out in front of oncoming traffic. I think some of the most severe damage is going to come from the number 1 of Jesse Adams.
Lots of right front damage over here on the 1 machine. Took a hard hit. Lucas Ripley has Doug Meyer up underneath the rear end of that machine. Doug outside the car now, just a chain reaction deal. Lots of damage on the 0, the 31, the 1, and the 0 over here.
So caution out, original accident for Lucas Ripley, a heat race winner earlier tonight, as well as Mike Bowers.
Over here real quick, Adam, with Doug Meyer. Doug just looks like couldn't get her load up.
Yeah, you know, I think we probably need to look at the invert rule a little bit. I think when we invert this many cars, there's a big discrepancy between the guys up front and the guys in the back. I think we're going to see a lot of this. So, yeah, I couldn't get a load down. Wrong place, wrong time.
Doug Meyer, driver of the 31 machine. Lots of damage on your track record holder over here.
Doug Meyer did set the track record earlier. Started in the 14th spot, which is about the biggest invert that you usually see in any divisions. Usually when they roll 3 dice, it's around between an 8 and a 12. It is a little bit larger tonight. Still early in the race, 7 laps complete and 18 laps to go as they tow the cars away from turns 3 and 4. Caution out.
Okay, Adam, got caught up with Jesse Adams over here. Jesse, just looks like one of those deals that couldn't get woed up, and boy, you took a hard hit. You okay, first of all?
Yeah, I'm good. The car's car's a little worse for the wear, but I think I'm all right.
Trying to get it loaded up over here. Give me a quick second. Trying to get it out of gear. Car in gear over here, so we're just waiting on him to see if we can get this thing out of gear for him. There it is. What did you see? What did you see ahead of you?
Looked like somebody got sideways, and then I don't know if I got hit from behind. I thought I was going to roll around on the outside pretty clear, but car started feeling really good, trying to find a line here, and I think we were doing okay on the outside and just had nowhere to go and got hit from behind. And unfortunately, our nights ended early. I feel bad for our sponsors, and the guys worked their tail off all night to give me a car that I could handle, so I feel bad for everybody.
Get her fixed and be back next week, Jess?
Yeah, I hope so. Got really good sponsors and a really great crew, so I'm sure they'll do their best to get us back out here.
Not the start that he wanted to the 2013 season in his rookie season here at Midvale Speedway. Over here real quick with Lucas Ripley. Lucas, you got Doug Meyer back under here. You know, you okay first and foremost?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
What did you see in front of you? Just couldn't get woed up?
Well, I thought I was there. Apparently he didn't think so. I don't know. It could have been my fault, but driving hard and try to get in there and make a move.
Just one of them racing deals. I'm sure you'll get her fixed back up here and be back in action. Great run tonight, though, nevertheless.
Thanks.
Lucas Ripley, driver of the number 0 machine over here.
And on the outside groove now, Lee McCreary moves up. The veteran racer will challenge Tad Grove. We are ready for green. 7 complete, 18 laps to go. Tad Grove, Lee McCreary, bring him in. Back underway as we head into the first corner. McCreary and Grove going at it. McCreary will clear Grove for the lead, and back in the field, around goes the 99 of Jason Gruhl. Jason Gruhl in the 99 will bring out the yellow. As yellow waves again this time, it's a, I believe, solo car spin for the 99 of Jason Gruhl. Rear end came out from underneath the rookie competitor's car down to the first and second corner and looped it around. Jason Gruhl, formerly a compact competitor here at Midvale Speedway. His dad, a longtime Detroit Iron driver, and his brother Derek has been competing in late models the last couple of years. Grove and McCreary up front. Rowley and Bowers in row 2, Westerfield and Courtney in row 3, Westlake and McClintock row 4. Here we go to the green again. And again, Lee McCreary, even a better start this time as he clears the 3 of Grove by turns 1 and 2. For the third spot, Bowers and Rowley nearly make some contact. Rowley hits the brakes, and on the outside groove, Justin Courtney moves up into the 4th spot. And 3 wide, back behind him, Westerfield, a rookie in the number 9, but he made a veteran move there and checked up to avoid contact with the cars to the outside. And Mike Green in the 36 is starting to move up in the outside lane. Second-year modified driver, Mike Green, as the cream starting to rise to the top. Some of the faster cars making their way forward. Of course, we lost our top qualifier, Doug Meyer, in a caution early in the race. Randy Smart outside of Rowley. Rowley's going to spin it down into the infield. Neil Rowley, a solo car spin. Laps in and 15 to go. Lee McCreary and Tad Grove to turn 4. Down into turns 1 and 2 we go. The number 2 of Lee McCreary into the lead. Grove actually doing pretty well on this restart. Got a chance to get to the bottom. Boy, Mike Bowers, all kinds of sideways, and back in the field, the 00 of Todd Ripley. Tire smoke as he locks him up going into the corner. Justin Courtney having himself a nice run. So is Kevin McClintock 3 wide. 3 wide going into turn 3. Who will come out of 4 with 4th? It will be Kevin McClintock. Mike Green gets shuffled back. Great racing in this modified division feature tonight on the season opener at Midvale Speedway. Some 20-plus nights to go during this campaign. Halfway this time, 13 in and 12 to go. Lee McCreary checking out. Tad Grove has opened up the bottom, and Justin Courtney will fill that spot. For second, Justin Courtney. Thought about not even racing on opening night, but they brought the car, and it's very strong. Up into second it goes with that new paint scheme. The yellow-orange, number 5, into second. Third place, the 38 of Kevin McClintock. Grove running fourth. Fifth spot is Smart. Courtney running in the number 2 position. Justin Courtney is running well, but maybe not quite as well as Kevin McClintock is. He's got that car hooked up on opening night. Kevin McClintock challenging the number 5 of Justin Courtney for the number 2 spot. Courtney right now running about a third of a lane up higher through the corners than the 38 of McClintock. Maybe the car a little bit tight, but he's keeping his momentum built up for the exits. Yellow flag will be coming out as the number 2 car of Lee McCreary has broken out of his qualifying time. Caution flag is out. Bad break for the number 2 of Lee McCreary. He has broken out of his qualifying time. He went 2 times in this race under his qualifying lap earlier. He qualified at a 15.004. His breakout time was a 14.854, and he twice went quicker than that 14.854. We do have computer scoring with transponders here at Midvale Speedway. The loop runs through the racetrack down a couple of feet in front of the finish line. It gives the lead to Justin Courtney. Second spot now Kevin McClintock. Third is Tad Grove. Fourth place is Randy Smart. Sometimes you want your car to go fast, and sometimes you want it to be a little bit slower, and McCreary's car went too fast in the feature. Justin Courtney, the leader. Kevin McClintock is outside of him now, turning pretty equal laps before the caution. The orange and yellow car on the pole position. Caution lights going out. Ready for a restart. We're down to the final shootout on this modified feature. It's been a good one so far. 18 complete, 7 laps to go. 7 to go for Justin Courtney and Kevin McClintock. To the green we go. Down into the first corner, Courtney with the advantage. McClintock slipping back a little bit. He'll still fight out there. Randy Smart is up to third now. McClintock might need to get to the bottom because here comes Randy Smart for second. Mike Green still working the high lane. And McClintock does go to the bottom groove. Smart locks him up going into the corner. Boy, we see some battles right around the number 5 spot. 3 wide into the corner. Westlake will check up. Good move there. Here comes Westerfield Jr. to the inside lane. He looks pretty good for a modified rookie. 20 complete, 5 to go at the line that time. This time, 21 down, 4 to go, and Justin Courtney leads McClintock and Smart. They were 3rd, 4th, and about 10th in qualifying earlier, with Courtney being the one, tail end of the top 10. And you see the quicker cars all over him, just not able to find a lane right now. Smart finds one. It's in the second groove. He's thinking about making a run to the high lane. He has nothing to lose. A big gap between himself and the number 3 of Tad Grove. Summit Racing, economy modified, feature on the raceway at Midvale Speedway. Down to now the final 2 circuits, and Terry Coletti has grasped the white flag, and he's going to show it to the field this time. 1 lap to go for Justin Courtney, Kevin McClintock, and the number 17 of Randy Smart. McClintock is quick enough to challenge. He gets a run to the inside, and Courtney just closes the door. Spinning down into the infield. Out of the way is Anders. They'll come to the checker. Down the front straightaway. Justin Courtney the victory. Second spot to McClintock. Third spot to the 17 of Smart. Fourth to the number 3 of Tad Grove. And fifth to 36 of Mike Green. Coming to the line, picking up the victory in the Summit Racing Economy Modifieds. The Wisman Motorsports Finish Line Motors, Finish Line Design number 5, claims the victory on our season opening night here at Midvale. Kind of a nice looking new paint scheme. The argument earlier was orange or yellow. What is the color of the car? It is a orangish yellow, actually, but I think the can, Bill Shimko said the can said yellow, safety yellow or something like that, so we'll go with what the painter said. Somebody said mango. We could go with mango. Justin Courtney, a modified win, climbs from behind the wheel. Let's hear it for Justin Courtney. Justin, congratulations. It was kind of up in the air whether you guys were going to run this week. Your dad, I talked to him earlier in the week, said, we're not going to bring it on opening night. We're not going to have time to practice. I said, who needs practice? Just get out there and run. You raced this car last year. It was pretty good tonight.
Everything can change over a winter. Whether you're a good driver, you're a bad driver, you still got to develop yourself in the beginning of the year. And to clarify, it is yellow.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that kind of. It's not normal yellow, though. It's safety yellow. That's a little bit orangish. Nonetheless, the car was pretty good. What all changes did you make to it this year?
Really, there was no changes, just the body.
Car handled great. Who put the setup in it?
Definitely my father. I got to thank him for everything.
All right, your winner. Let's hear it for Justin Courtney.
Okay, caught up over here with third place finisher Randy Smart, your champion from last year. Randy, seemed like the car worked pretty good. You had to work your way up through traffic. Tell me about your race tonight.
It was a pretty good race. Kind of ran out of laps, out of time. I don't know if I could have got it to stick out there, giving it a whirl. I think if I'd have had more time, it might have went. I don't know for sure. You always hope for a few more laps when you're running.
Well, you told me earlier that there was a lot of faster guys than you. It looked like there was not too many faster there in the feature as you caught those top two pretty quick.
Well, there was one. He didn't finish the race. He got by me early, and I was not going to catch him. He was pretty quick.
Okay, Randy Smart, third place finisher, your champion from last year. Good run over here in the 17 machine.
Here with pure stock driver Rich Schweitzer as he makes his return to Midvale Speedway this season. And Rich, spent a couple of years on dirt, back on asphalt. What do you think?
Oh, ain't changed much. Go left to go fast. But yeah, it's nice to be back. Figure we started here, we'll end it here, so.
Oh, that's a good way to get on it. Now, we had Goodyear tires for a long time down here. That's what we always raced on down here, at least when I was racing, and later on with you. Now we're on to American Racer. Any difference that you notice, the first few times in a car?
No, not really. They were really good early. We'll see what they're like after you get some time on them. So.
Hopefully they'll last as long as what the other manufacturers did.
Yeah, with my bank account, they're going to last a long time.
Any sponsors you want to plug tonight, Rich?
Alan's Muffler gave me some help, and just McClintock's. Kevin's helped me a bunch. Without him, we wouldn't be here. So.
Well, good luck this season. Are you going to run all year long?
Oh, yeah. If everything stays together, we'll be here.
Well, good luck to you and continued success, Rich.
Right,
welcome back.
Thank you.
Rich Schweitzer, pure stock driver of the number 84 machine.
Rounding it out, the 112 of Austin Harvey, the 18, driven by Kyle Anders, 33 of Paul Price, 29 car of Waylon Orr, and the 80 of Robbie Patterson. That's the lineup. This feature going 20 laps of green flag racing tonight, nearly 3 wide back in the field, but looking up front again, it looks like it will be Boron leading the way for lap 1. Todd Miller outside of Don Boron, and they nearly made some contact. Boron went up the banking, took his lane away a little bit. Schweitzer is up to third. Rich Schweitzer, is he done with third? No, he's going to go for second. That car turned so well down in turn 2, he nearly went down on the figure 8 track. Schweitzer for second now with the 77 of Todd Miller. Also on the move, top qualifier, Mike Martin. Not racing here tonight as Teddy Oliver had some issues mechanically with his car. And speaking of that, Don Boron Jr. is off the pace. Second quick qualifier, Boron off the pace in the 82. He won a handful of features last season, and Boron has dropped off, going down the backstretch to 3 and 4.
Car was dead when it came by me, Adam.
Caution flag coming out. Yellow flag is out for the number 82 of Don Boron Jr. He lost power heading down the backstretch. Now does pull off into the infield, but the caution already waving. We have completed 3 laps in, and 17 laps to go. Schweitzer and Huppengarner in row 2, a couple of Midvale Speedway racing veterans. Then Mike Martin and Nick Harmon in row number 3. 17 from the finish, and the green is back out. Good restart for Todd Miller in the 77. Gives plenty of room for Boron, and he uses it up. Goes up the banking a little bit. Nearly some contact back there between Harmon in the 9 and Huppengarner in the 56. Now Mike Martin, the top qualifier, sideways. He nearly broke a track record earlier. And he's on the move here in the feature, but so is Rich Schweitzer in the 84. Oh, we got big time smoke and engine failure, I believe, on the 33 of Price. Looks like possibly some liquid down in turns 1 and 2. .33 of Price exploding an engine, I believe, going into turn 1. The driver has climbed out from behind the wheel of the car, but probably some liquid down on the track. The crew will get on that. We have completed now 4 laps with 16 to go in this Midvale Speedway Pure Stock feature.
He just ducked to the outside there right before that caution came out.
Yeah, Rich Schweitzer, just for the record, is pretty good.
Rich Schweitzer is very good.
Watched him on dirt for a couple of years. Run really well down at 250 Speedway. Win at least 1 championship, maybe a couple. And coming back here to asphalt this season. That was his dirt car, and they had to make the transition over to an asphalt car again. And it seems to be pretty competitive here on opening night.
Don Boron Sr. telling me he felt like a sitting duck out there. Well, he's kind of the rabbit right now. While we got the lengthy cleanup, I'm going to try and go get a couple words here from some of your late model feature starters while we got the red out.
It's a great idea.
You okay?
Okay, I'll peek in here real quick with Big Mac, Doug McMillan. Dougie, what do you got for him in the feature starting on the pole?
Well, it's a good place to start, but I got fast ones behind me. We'll just try to hang on and see what we can get. I don't know what to expect.
Okay, Doug McMillan, not knowing what to expect.
Coming to green, turn 4, still 17 from the checkered. See Mike Martin using the outside groove already was challenging Boron as Miller had the advantage going into the first corner. Schweitzer and Martin still contending for that number 3 position, and then Harmon running 5th. Running 6th, the number 5 of Vince Martin. Up the banking, that opens the door for Schweitzer. He gets to the inside lane. Schweitzer, big break there as the inside lane opened up, or he might have been boxed in and Martin might have taken advantage. It's Martin, the top qualifier now. Boxed in. Oh, look out on the front stretch. And Harmon into the wall, nearly clips the number 6, the 5 of Martin going down towards the infield. Boron in the 88 car got sideways exiting turn 4. Nowhere to go for Harmon. He did get it woed up some. Still some damage to the right front. Could have been a lot worse for the 9 of Harmon, but the caution originally, the 88 of Boron, just got sideways and overcorrected coming out of 4.
Looks like the wheels are straight, so he should be okay.
It looked like it was going to be a front clip is what it looked like originally, and he got it woed down and got it straightened out just enough to where it clipped the right front. Probably majority, like you said, body damage to the right front. Hopefully he didn't push the frame over at all.
He is backing it up here. Right front tire is rubbing on the fender that's pushed in a little bit. They are working, Teddy Oliver down here working on the car. They are pulling away some of the fender and body work from both right side tires, but it looks like Harmon's going to be able to get back out there.
Smoke coming from the 112 of Harvey. I guess last night they had a small transmission leak that was causing some smoke, and it looks like that's the case again here tonight. Miller and Schweitzer to turn 4, ready for another try to restart. 15 from the finish. Much better this time as they go down the front straightaway into the first and second turn. They're still side by side. Mike Martin in the 6th, looking to take advantage of the lead duo. Miller a little more smoke going into turn 3. Here comes the 6 of Martin. Don't know whether Schweitzer's going to be able to get him in the high groove. If Miller opens up the inside lane, that's going to benefit top qualifier. We've got problems back of the field. Don Boron Sr. and the 80 car of Patterson. Patterson gets his car rolling, but in the wrong direction, and yellow is out. They were battling for the final 2 spots on the raceway, getting together in the first and second turn, Boron and Patterson. So yellow flag flies, and it's 6 in, 14 to go. Six in and 14 to go. Miller was holding off Schweitzer nicely before the last yellow. This time, better restart for Schweitzer. They go down into turns 1 and 2. Miller running the inside, Schweitzer on the outside, and it's again Miller leading the field. Coming off of turn 2, Martin in the 6th to the bottom groove. And Boron just pile drives into the side of Anders going into 3. Yellow flag is out. Caution flag is out, and that's going to be it for Don Boron Sr. bringing out his 3rd caution. He heads pit side. Got into the side of the 18 of Anders heading into the 3rd corner. Still 6 in, 14 to go, and having a hard time in this one getting to the finish. Coming up this Thursday night on local Time Warner Cable, Channel 2, you'll be able to catch a few of the races on a replay from the season opener. I believe it's on Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Check your local listings if you have Time Warner Cable here in Tuscarawas County and surrounding areas. Midvale Speedway racing action on Channel 2 from this opener. Not all of the races, but a few of them. That's coming up this Thursday night. Be using some of the footage from Mid-Vid Racing Video, the great job that John and Craig do each and every Saturday here at the track. Todd Miller and Rich Schweitzer to try it again. We've completed 6 of our scheduled 20. Miller Schweitzer, the front row, to the green once again. Miller spinning the tires, getting a little bit sideways, helps Schweitzer get into the advantage somewhat, but Miller again, strong run on the bottom lane, pulling ahead by half a car length as they enter turn 3. Mike Martin in the 6th, racing in 3rd as they pull away from Vince Martin in the 5. First of many Saturday nights of racing action right here at Midvale Speedway during 2013. Schweitzer pulls a quick move, gets to the inside lane. Now he will follow Todd Miller, make Mike Martin go to the outside. Good racing so far to this point of the season opener. This one seeing plenty of cautions in the early stages. Nick Harmon in the 9 making a move on Austin Harvey. '77 of Miller leading the way. Schweitzer is 2nd. 3rd spot, the 6 of Martin. They are going to send the number 12, the 112 of Harvey off. 112 of Harvey does slow down, going to pull off the raceway. He is finished. So Harvey will pull pit side as the smoke has gotten a little bit worse under this green flag run. We are past the halfway mark now, and it is a 3-car breakaway, but could, before the end of this thing, be a 5-car lead battle because Vince Martin and Nick Harmon are close behind. Miller got sideways, and Schweitzer is right there. Schweitzer bonsais it into turn 3, looking to the outside lane. Schweitzer back to the inside groove. Mike Martin right there. Miller not giving up the bottom lane, that's for sure. Earlier tonight, Todd Miller was leading a race, went under his qualifying time, so that helped him get to this position now, actually, and go a little bit quicker than he was in the heat race. Schweitzer all over the 77 of Miller and cannot find an opening. 5 laps to go this time, 15 in, 5 to go for Miller, Schweitzer, Martin, and Harmon. 6th spot is Waylon Orr, and 7th, the 18 of Anders. See the brakes glowing on the number 6 of Mike Martin. He's been using up those front rotors. Still racing single file front of the field, 3 laps to go. Schweitzer trying everything he can to get a run on Miller, and so far, no avail. Down to the final 2 circuits, they'll get the white flag this time. 1 lap to go for the 77 of Todd Miller. Down the backstretch we go. We head to turn number 4. Checkered will be waving in the 4th corner. The slower car. Anders is in front of the leader, slowing up the 77 of Miller, but he still claims the victory. Miller followed by Schweitzer. Then it's the number 6 of Martin, the 5 of Vince Martin, and the number 9 of Nick Harmon. Pure Stock feature comes to a close. This car has claimed a number of wins over the years. It claims another one tonight. The Wilkins Body Shop, Linden Tree, Bucky Mowing, Talati Pipe, Barnhill Investment Storage, number 77 of Todd Miller. Taking the win, another veteran finishing right behind him in second, was a little bit quicker, but not quick enough to get around to the outside, but a heat win earlier tonight. Rich Schweitzer, 2nd place run, big smile on his face, of course. And Mike Martin, top qualifier tonight, and a 3rd place finish for Mike Martin. Still a few more Pure Stocks out there in garages, aren't quite finished. Not a bad field tonight, competitive field, of course. Defending 3-time track champion Teddy Oliver, not here tonight, was here practicing last night. Couldn't quite get the car to where he wanted it, so he did not attend our season opener. Hopefully he'll be with us next week. Your winner, the veteran Todd Miller. Well, Todd, not bad for an opening night. It worked out good for you in the heat. You went under your time in the heat because in qualifying you were held up a little bit. But in the heat you go under your time, it realigns you for your feature, and you were able to go just fast enough to hold off the veteran Rich Schweitzer.
Yeah, it worked out really good. First thing I want to say, Rich Schweitzer is a real good, clean driver, good friend of mine. It was a good race, and I'm going to try to get through this here, but pretty emotional win here for me. 2009 here, me and my dad won the championship in this division. This is my first feature win since my dad passed. And this whole car, the last car my dad ever drove at this track was white and green. and all John Talati's was white and green. And this whole car is in memory of my dad and John Talati, and I dedicate this win to both of them and John Talati's family up here. And thanks to all my sponsors, and thanks to all these fans.
Let's hear it for the winner, Todd Miller.
Caught up real quick, Adam, with second place finisher Rich Schweitzer. Rich, you tried everything, man, just couldn't get him.
Nope, he ran a good race.
Just wouldn't give a bottom. I know the top didn't seem to work for you, and your car really worked well on the bottom and just.
Okay, we'll take it for first night back. That was a heck of a lot of fun.
Congratulations on a good run, bud.
Shortly before 10 o'clock on this Saturday evening of the 27th of April, and it's time for the McIntosh Oil Company late model feature. These drivers have been waiting to go for about 5 or 6 months since our season closed back in the middle of September.
Here with runner-up in the 2012 point championship race down here at Midvale Speedway, number 12, Bubba Smith. Bubba went down to the wire last year, came up just a little bit short. As you reflected over the wintertime, tell me what your thoughts were looking back on the season. I know it was probably bittersweet.
Yeah, it all pretty much came back down to the one night, the 50-lapper. We had an air cleaner stud break about like 20 laps into the race, and we didn't get a chance to get it repaired and get back out on the track. So we had to take a DNF in that race, and if we'd have been out there to finish, we would have probably finished a couple spots ahead of last, so at least. So that would have been enough to get the championship, but there's always what ifs. I mean, Rick wrecked it, had a couple bad streak at the end of the year, so if he wouldn't have had that, he would have beat me by more. So. But the thing that cost me this championship the most was definitely the air cleaner stud break-in.
Talk about your rivalry with Rick. You guys, you know, I know that there's a rivalry there between you guys. I know that it's you guys fight hard with each other, but you also have a lot of respect for each other. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, he was strong all last year, so he was always somebody to beat. And, I mean, his car was great all year. And so we always ran each other pretty clean and had some good battles and stuff. It just... He managed to edge us out a little bit each time.
So this year, new season, things are going to change. I believe that this 12 car, you're going to have it up front and possibly battling for that championship once again, maybe on top this year. Give me your thoughts and expectations going into the season.
Yeah, we're always in the hunt. I started racing late models in 05, and I finished first or second in points every year, except for the year I raced Mansfield. I finished third, but I finished second to Mike Miller a ton and finally beat him once. And then I won another one, and so we're always first and second. We're usually, I'm pretty mellow on the track, so I usually get some finishes and stuff, and I don't have too many bad nights where I end up wrecking the car. So, I mean, those finishes add up over the season, and we're usually always pretty close in the hunt. I mean, cars are getting fast this year. He's running off schedule, though, but it should be a battle, and we should be hopefully up towards the front.
Doug McMillan, Jonathan Ritter in row number 1. Row number 2, the 22 car of Mike Miller and the 17 of Bob Schneider Jr. Row number 3 of Bubba Smith and Rich Desecker. Row number 4 of Tom Stankiewicz and Bryant Smith. Row number 5, top qualifier, Alex Rosenberry. 16-year-old driver setting a track record, starts 9th. Green flag, turn 4, underway, 30 laps the distance, late model feature at Midvale Speedway. And we've got trouble. Mills goes around in the number 4 car, up in front of the oncoming traffic. They all will it down. It looks like they'll come out of it unscathed. Caution flag out. Mills lost it in the number 4 as they came to green. It will be a complete restart as we did not complete a lap. What are they checking over there, Chris?
They are going around and looking at that right rear over here and not seeing anything right now. Just kind of taking a peek. I'll see if I can get a word here.
Just looked to me like when he pulled up out of the infield, something gave a funny look like it hitched a little bit, but they're going to take a look, make sure that nothing is wrong underneath the number 4 of Mills. No laps in, 30 to go. Late models getting ready to go. They'll bring the 4 of Mills out at the back of the field, and we'll go restart. Late model feature, 30 laps from the finish. McMillan and Ritter bring them in. Down through turns 1 and 2 we go. And something definitely not right with the number 4 of Mills. He will take it back pit side. Something underneath the rear of the car. Trailing arm or some sort of bracket has busted, I believe, as Doug McMillan really battling it out with Jonathan Ritter right now at the front of our field. Ritter really sideways, trying to work it in that outside lane as they continue to go at it. First and second, McMillan and Ritter to the line. McMillan leading lap number 2. Good racing action side by side. Bob Schneider Jr. on the outside of Bubba Smith for the number 4 spot. 21 car of Desecker sliding back. They'll be coming up on the number 6 of Grudier here in about a lap or so. He's well off the pace. Hopefully he will get out of the way of the oncoming traffic. McMillan leading. 28 car of Ritter second. He comes from Weirton, West Virginia. Miller running in the 3rd spot. 4th spot, Bubba Smith. 5th spot, Bryant Smith. And Schneider runs 6th. Grudier in the 6th. Right there is Schneider, Smith, and Stankiewicz able to get by to the inside. 5 in, 25 to go. Schneider making a little contact with Bryant Smith on accident down in 3. Blocked up the tires. Both able to keep going, but Schneider losing a spot because of it. Stankiewicz gets by, the driver from Strongsville, Ohio. 6 laps in and 24 to go in this late model 30-lap feature. Opening night 2013 at Midvale Speedway. Adam Mackey and Chris Cale with you. Your leader, Doug McMillan. 2nd spot, Jonathan Ritter. Waiting for McMillan to make a mistake. He normally never makes one in late model racing, but the fast cars are heading forward, including Bubba Smith to the inside of Miller, who closes the door. He just couldn't quite get in there far enough. But Bubba Smith, former track champion on a couple of occasions, looking to move forward for the 3rd position. Grudier working well out of the way up along the wall. They're going to send the number 6 car of Grudier to the pits. His car well off the pace, not meeting minimum speed. They're coming up on slower traffic. It's going to be a close call coming up. Will Robinson and Dexter go to the high side and allow the leaders to go by? Not right now. They're going to be boxed in. Will anyone try to make a move? It looks like Smith will go to the outside. He might get squeezed a little bit coming off of 2. Look out. He checks up. So does Bryant Smith. What a heads-up job of driving by Bryant Smith and Tom Stankiewicz to avoid what could have been disaster. We will be halfway next time around. Halfway next time. I'm sorry, 30-lap feature. Used to the 25 lappers in this late model still. We ran 30 for much of 2012 as well. Robinson goes pit side in the 14. Doug McMillan the leader. 2nd spot, Jonathan Ritter. 3rd, Mike Miller. 4th spot, the 12 of Bubba Smith and Daryl Dexter's car has dropped off the pace. Dexter in the 55 will take his ride to the pits for a heat race win earlier tonight for the driver that just turned 76 years of age a week or so ago. Now we'll be halfway, 15 in and 15 laps to go for Doug McMillan and Jonathan Ritter. Closing on the 57 of Rich Markham. Rich Markham driving the Fuchs number 57, moving over to the outside lane. Got some damage to the left front of his car, peeling away from the front of the car. Side by side there with the second place car of Ritter. Ritter running well, in fact, turning lap times just as good as McMillan. Sending the 57 car of Fuchs that is driven tonight, and we've got trouble down in turn 3. Smith and now other cars piling in. Smith and Miller, the two that get together in the third corner, bringing out the caution. Caution flag out. We have completed just past the halfway mark in this one. Smith was looking to the inside of Mike Miller, so went down the backstretch. So caution flag is out, 17 laps in the books, and 13 laps to go. From the finish for McMillan and Ritter coming off of 4 to the green. And Ritter a pretty good restart again, and around goes the 42 car of Stankiewicz. Markham in the 57 hard into the wall, and caution flag is out. Stankiewicz had something lock up on the car going into the turn. Don't see any fluid put down from here. Schneider kind of in the wrong place at the right time.
Bad night the worst for that 57 team. They worked feverishly to get that car back out there and now find himself in the fence.
17 down, 13 laps to go. Couple of cautions here in our late model feature following up the pure stock feature earlier. Schneider has gotten out of his car down on 1 and 2, so he'll be going to the tail of the field if he's able to continue.
Don't give her a shot, Bob.
Give it, Mike. See what happens.
All right, buddy. Just keep all 4 tires on the ground, right?
Yeah, make sure everything's not broke.
There you go. Very good. Good luck, Bob. Good luck.
Lights are off. Green in turn 4 for Doug McMillan and Jonathan Ritter. Here we go. Back underway, this 30-lap late model feature. Trying to get down to about the final 10 laps, and Ritter an excellent restart. Trying to beat McMillan into turn 3. Doesn't quite have him cleared, and that might be what keeps McMillan in his chance for a victory. Ritter sideways, McMillan back up, door to door, heading down into the corner. McMillan on the inside, Ritter on the outside, really wheeling that number 28 car. Smith off the pace in the number 12 after his contact with Miller earlier. He's going to fade back. And still, the battle for the lead continues in this McIntosh Oil Company late model feature. Ritter dirt tracking it up in the outside lane. It's going to cost him. Into the lead, Doug McMillan. Here comes Brian Smith in the 1 car. 10 more laps to go. 20 circuits complete in this 30-lapper. McMillan, your leader, Ritter, still working the outside lane. What a race we've got in the late model division feature tonight. Season opener 2013. Ritter somehow, someway making it work in the outside groove. First time we've seen someone really challenge it out there with the American Racer tires, and they're doing pretty well. Still hanging on, but here comes Bryant Smith. He'll get the second spot, or at least try to, down in 3 and 4. Smith's car looks extremely hooked up. 8 laps to go. Bryant Smith into the number 2 position. Mike Miller's worked his way back up into the 5th spot, so Mike Miller recouping some spots here as Ritter will hang on to 3rd, closing the door on Rosenberry. Bryant Smith right there on Doug McMillan, the top 2 drivers. Smith's going to have to do it in the outside lane. McMillan is protecting the inside extremely well. 6 to go. Bryant Smith in the outside lane going for the lead. Here we go. These 2 drivers, rivals here at Midvale Speedway. Rub some paint in the pass. Smith making it work in the second groove. He and McMillan close racing down into the first corner. Couldn't put a piece of paper between them. There would be no need to, so why would you? Coming down, 4 to go. 26 in, 4 laps from the finish. McMillan and Bryant Smith battling hard. Side by side through 1 and 2. Smith and McMillan going hard at it. McMillan by a half car length behind now, Bryant Smith. 3 to go. What a race we have tonight. Smith off of 4, way up along the wall, using that new asphalt that was put down where the track was widened a year ago. Smith outside, McMillan inside, battling it out. 2 laps to go. 2 to go this time at the line for McMillan and Smith. What a race at Midvale Speedway. McMillan by a nose at the line. Who's going to do it? Down to a lap and a half, back straight away, 1.5 laps to go. Smith got sideways, that's going to cost him. White flag will wave at the line. McMillan on the bottom. Smith good through turn 4. Smith at the line, possibly by an inch or 2. It's going to be a photo finish, possibly. McMillan and Smith, what a great race. Front of the field, down the back stretch into the 3rd turn. Rosenberry will take 3rd. Who will it be at the line? Coming to the stripe. Smith by half a car length will win. What a race with he and McMillan. Rosenberry 3rd, 4th spot to Ritter, and 5th spot to the 22 of Mike Miller, and that was some good racing.
What an outstanding late model feature to kick off the year. Bryant Smith ecstatic in his number 1 machine.
And what a run for McMillan. Just kept the car around the bottom groove. Smith was using the outside, keeping his momentum up. I don't think they rubbed any paint at all, and they were side by side for about 10 laps. What a race for those 2. Doug McMillan finishing 2nd. Rosenberry in the 3rd spot. Smith taking the victory lap around in the other direction. Going to get it turned around and come to victory lane. Late model feature over for night number 1. We've got a few features yet to go. Some of the folks filing out of here to the parking lot. We thank you for coming out tonight. Night number 2 coming up next week, with our 6 divisions of racing action, as well as the spectator drags at intermission. Came back this year with a purple and yellow paint scheme from a year ago. What a race between McMillan and Smith up front. Canton Auto Sales, Canton Auto Salvage, Finish Line Design, sponsored number 1. The new American Racer tires seem to do pretty well in that feature. Ritter battled out there in the second groove for a while. McMillan held him off, and then it was Smith's turn. It was a good one. A couple of those laps could barely tell who was in the lead. Let's hear it for your winner, Brian Smith. Brian Smith made your return here tonight. Car was good, very good in practice last week. Was one of the quickest late models tonight in qualifying. Just missed fast time. Put it in the outside lane, and I think you just ran the race of your career.
I told these guys that I thought I could get it done on the outside, but I really never thought it would happen. I really expected to be fighting to get a top 5 tonight, and I was hoping everybody would kind of move down and try and run low, and I was going to try and stick to the outside, but them guys got together in front of me, and Miller and Bubba, and I did everything I could to miss some guys, and I think Snerder hit me from behind. I'm not sure, but I got to the outside, and I figured, heck, I'm going for it, and right when I got beside McMillan, the engine went flat, and I was flat-footing it out of the corner. If the car was missing, I don't know what happened, but it was just enough to hang on for the win.
No doubt it was very good in the outside lane, and you were so smooth through turn 4. That's where you were really getting a good run.
Yeah, just, you know, I've been racing out here for quite a while, and I've learned a few tricks here and there, and it ain't easy, that's for sure, but he ran me good, I ran him good, and that was probably the best race I've ever run.
Good job.
Thanks. I want to, first off, I got to thank Tommy. He does practically everything for us. My dad, I mean, look at this beautiful facility we got. I mean, this is just amazing. I can't believe it. And, of course, my mom and my brother, they do so much for me. All my crew, Kirk and Mike and Colton and all them guys, they do so much for me. It's unreal, and you got to thank Drame for giving me plenty of engine to run on 7 cylinders to still win.
Congratulations. Your winner, Brian Smith.
Over here with second place finisher, Big Mac Doug McMillan and Dougie. Man, it just one less lap.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Man, I thought I was in worse trouble than what I was when the race started, but the 28, he was good, and then we kept trading restarts there, and I'd get lucky that caution would come out when he beat me, and then I could beat him, and then I saw the one get outside of me, and I was like, oh, man, you know, if that ain't motivation enough, I don't know what is, but hey, he ran clean, he deserves it. You know, them guys, I think they all did their homework over the winter, and they're 2-3 tenths faster than I am right now, and I got to start up there if I'm going to be competitive, and I need to work on my car. I don't like them pulling up on my outside like that.
Well, we talked a little bit about, me and Adam talked a little bit about the rivalry that you guys have had, problems in the past, but tons of respect tonight, and you know, you guys just put on a whale of a show.
Yeah, you know, me and him's had problems on the track. Yeah, I don't think we touched tonight. I mean, I tried to give him room, and I felt like he gave me plenty of room. So I think that's good to see. I think if anything happens in the future, it'll probably be all accidental, because I think we see we can run beside each other tonight. And same goes with Ritter. You know, Ritter and I have had, we don't see eye to eye.
Mini trucks followed by our fun packs and compact second feature yet to go at Midvale Speedway, and we're underway. Into the lead goes the number 22 of Justin Badgett. For the lead, the number 12 of Cody Colmar to the inside of Justin Badgett. Colmar into the top spot. Badgett running second, Dennis Garrett the third, the Ford truck using the second lane, trying to come forward. .22 truck of Justin Badgett's gone under his qualifying time. He will be black flagged. And now caution coming out is the number 7 of Troy Campbell. Troy Campbell in the number 7 truck. In the 4 to the green. Vince Martin thinking about a move in the Shelby Sweets and Treats number 5. Now won't be able to as the top two pull away by a truck length or two. And now Garrett, who has fallen into second, is ready to make a move at Colmar. Side by side for the lead. Look out. Closing the door, but checking up the number 4 of Garrett, as the 12 of Colmar took that inside lane away from him. Off the pace into the infield, the 00 of Dennis Wood. Problems mechanically for Wood in the 00. 3 trucks in a battle for the lead. Garrett again, the top qualifier to the outside. Going to make it try to stick out there. So far, he can't do it. Such a good run for the number 12 of Cody Colmar off of the bottom of turn 2. Here's the run in the opening that he needed. Garrett to the inside of Colmar. Colmar pushed up coming out of 2. That is exactly what Garrett, the top qualifier, needed. Now he takes the lead and will most likely check out. 8 laps in, 7 to go. Oh, the 12 of Colmar spins down toward the infield, keeps on moving. Back out onto the raceway he goes, but he's lost the second position. Colmar in the 12, losing second. He's back to third. Running in the 4th spot is Teddy Oliver Jr. Teddy Oliver Jr. in the 49 going pit side as we are down to the final lap or 2 of this one. Final lap, 1 to go for the number 4 of Garrett, the 5 of Martin, and the number 12 of Colmar. Double checkered in the air, and Dennis Garrett III, the victory tonight in the mini truck feature. Second spot to the number 5 of Martin and the 12 of Colmar. Not sure what they're going to do, but the number 4 of Dennis Garrett III was supposed to stop over in turn number 3. That did not happen. Terrible break for our top qualifier, Dennis Garrett III. He did not stop over in turn number 3. Doesn't look like a good break for the number 5 of Martin. He can't get the truck going again. Good run for the number 12 of Colmar, led for a while. But each of the top 3 in each of our features are supposed to stop over in turn 3 immediately following the race. And bad break for the youngster Dennis III, who did not stop. He was being a scanner as well. So unfortunately, Garrett's win is taken away. Regroup and try again a week from now. Just a reminder to all drivers to stop over in turn 3. That's what happens, unfortunately, to those that don't. The Shelby Sweets and Treats, Martin Brothers Racing, sponsored number 5, claims the victory tonight. This sharply painted number 5. Got the pink rims on it.
Mustang nose.
He gets into victory lane. Let's hear it for the winner, Vince Martin. Well, Vince, checkered came out and you thought, I wasn't quite quick enough. I don't think I won that one. But, well, you come over here on the front stretch and they give you a checkered. That's kind of odd how that works, right?
I'd rather be lucky and good any day. Actually, I don't like winning that way, but I want to thank my brother, Gary Hoopin Gardner. I have 2 special girls in the audience today. My twin daughters, Addie and Haley, are here. Man, feels good.
Pretty cool. Came out with the pink cars tonight. Didn't run too bad in the pure stock race. Was pretty competitive. And here in the truck race, good. The truck wasn't as good competitiveness wise. Last year you were able to blow them away a couple times. This year you got some competitors out there. The 4 and the 12 look good.
They ran real good. We backed this down a lot though, so try to make it more competitive. Still got a bad push. Get the push out there and it'll do well.
Good run.
Thank you.
Vince Martin, your winner tonight. Because of the disqualification, just a mistake, an unfortunate mistake. Hate to see it for the 4 of Dennis Garrett III.
Here he comes.
Okay, I'm going to move over here and try and get a quick word with Colton Bryan. Colton, car's not quite as good as it was a year ago with this new ride, but you going to try and keep this thing up front?
Yeah, I'm going to try my best to stay out front and do the best I can and stay out there for as long as I can.
Down here was Stock Compact Champion in 2012, Dan Bucky. Dan, that was your first championship last year. First of all, tell me how you reflected over the winter about winning your first championship.
I'm still elated about it. I had a lot of fun last year, and I wanted to slow down this year, but I'm back here again.
Well, that's what us racers do, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's in my blood now.
So what are your expectations for this year? Obviously, you won the championship last year. Are your expectations still to go out there and pick up number 2?
Well, I'd like to, but I'm going to be on a limited schedule there. I got to work for the Eastern Ohio Hunting and Fishing Expo, and that's going to take a lot of my time.
Planning on putting anybody in the car to keep you up there in points, possibly?
I'm trying to get Brad McLean talked into it, but he's kind of shaky on it, so I don't know. Hopefully.
Well, let me know. I can always jump back in the seat if you need somebody.
I heard about you driving, though.
That's not very nice. Anybody you want to thank on this machine tonight and for the season here? I know it's opening night. The jitters are going, but you got to plug them sponsors.
Well, I really want to. The Eastern Ohio Sports Complex has really helped me out last year and this year. They got a great expo in July. And my wife, she's been very patient with me. Made me sell 3 cars, but that's okay. I still got one. She let me have one.
And give me your thoughts on opening night. Anything special? Any opening night jitters that you might have?
Nah, I didn't even want to go out in the car yet. Just a beautiful day here for opening day.
And final question. Give me your thoughts on the improvements that Randy and Sue have done to the racetrack. I look across the speedway at the front straightaway, at the grandstands over there. I'm floored. I've been coming down here since I was 5 years old, and I'm absolutely floored. Just curious as to what your thoughts are.
It is great. Not walking in mud and gravel and stuff, and just to walk over there, clear over there on pavement. And yeah, he's done a great job here, and he'll continue doing it as long as we get fans in the stands over there.
Well, good luck tonight. Good luck all season long. And like I said, if you ever need somebody to hop in it, let me know.
All right, but you'll be busy commentating. But you could probably do that from the car.
I can do that from the car. Stock Compact champion Dan Bucky in 2012.
Ready for green, coming off of 4. We've got him 3 wide. Bucky caught in the outside lane. Look out, Walker in the 88 car takes the evasive move off of the raceway. Bucky comes to a stop in the outside lane of turn number 3 and yellows out. Caution's out as Bucky comes to a stop in the 50. So it will be a complete restart. No laps in and 15 laps to go. Colton Bryan and Paul Stahl. Here we go. Alan Walker tried to make it 3 wide in the 88 car. He got boxed in, and Stahl closes the door on Colton Bryan. Bryan was our runner-up in points last year, won some races, and now we're 16 wide heading down the backstretch. Howard Bartholow nearly came to a stop, got his car moving again, and got pretty tight there on the front stretch. Now Gary Gibson in the 83 goes around, loses his bumper cover. That worked out nicely. Now he's going to be able to continue. Alan Walker off the track, and more contact down in turn 3. '83 at Gary Gibson with the damage to the right front of his car will go off into the pits. Chris Bloom with a bumper cover dragging on his ride.
I was just curious if you're pretty aware of things. Did you notice, is Mike Martin's truck a truck or is it a car? Because it's got a Mustang nose on it.
And then the big oval and the small oval, but going in the reverse direction. So there you go, to be right-handed turns instead of left-handed turns.
Very nice. Contact up front.
That's right, and we've got him 3 wide back behind him and threading the needle. Look at that, like a rocket. Here comes the 29 of Blaine Salisbury up into the 3rd position. Howard Bartholow going to call it a race. He pulls off of the racetrack. Leading the way is Chris Bloom in the 151. Second spot, a battle right now between Blaine Salisbury and the number 50 of Dan Bucky.
The 51's got a moving chicane attached to him.
Yeah, just the bumper cover, not the bumper, so really no one in any harm's danger here with that bumper cover dragging on the 151. The bumper seems to be intact and okay on Bloom's car. I wouldn't be surprised if Salisbury would help take that bumper cover off for him. Here's the chance. He might run over top of it and peel it off. He was real close to doing that.
Better be careful. You don't want to get that thing stuck up underneath them front tires.
Oh, yeah, we've seen what happens when you get a bumper under your front tires.
I seen Bill Bittaker do it a few years ago, and he took a hard hit in a Fall Classic a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was a few years ago, all right. Back in the early 2000s, I think. A lot of the last times Bill Bittaker raced a car. As we race down in turn number 2, Salisbury on the outside of Chris Bloom trying to make it go. Bloom and Salisbury, 2 of the favorites to pick up a lot of feature wins this season in the Fun Pack division. Dan Bucky, of course, last year's champion of the stock compacts, he's there as well. He now battles with Salisbury and has to check up in 2. 8 complete, 7 to go. The cross flags this time, halfway through this Fun Packed feature. Just 1 race yet to go. It's the 2nd feature for the compacts. Bumper cover still hanging on to that 151. It's been touched a couple of times, I think, by Salisbury. They're coming up on some slower traffic. It's the 21 of Brian and the 26 of Paul. And this could be a chicane you were talking about, only it would be of other cars right in front of them, getting the passover flag to move over for the leaders. Paul goes to the bottom, Brian goes to the outside, and that's not going to be good for the leaders. And here comes Salisbury. He's going to go into the lead. Oh, but he goes out into the grass. Look out, gets back onto the track just in time to avoid the Uke tire. Got a little exciting for Salisbury momentarily, and he stays in that number 2 spot. 11 in, 4 to go. Bloom leading Salisbury, working through slower traffic. Colton Bryan down a lap. Dan Bucky will pass him as well in the backstretch as the 3-car breakaway for the lead continues with 3 to go. Salisbury looking to the outside. Yes. Salisbury down the backstretch. Bucky in second. Bucky in third, rather. 151 of Bloom, your leader. And we have 2 to go. 2 final circuits to go for Chris Bloom. On the outside, the 29 of Salisbury hasn't been able to make it work yet. Coming to the white flag. 1 more lap to go for Bloom, Salisbury, and the number 50 of Dan Bucky. Rubbing a little paint they do. Coming off of 2 down the backstretch. Into turn number 3. Into 4 they go. To the checkered, Chris Bloom wins opening night in the Fun Pack Division. 2nd place to Salisbury. 3rd place to Bucky. 4th place will be Colton Bryan, 1 lap down. Then Chris Paul in the 5th spot. And 6th spot to Alan Walker. Fun Packs complete for the night. Had a little extra drag, literally, on the 151 of Bloom. But he wins nonetheless, just the bumper cover dragging behind the 151 car after the first couple of laps of beating and banging. He'll be drawing here in a moment for what track we will be running. Good 2nd place run for Blaine Salisbury in the 29. Do you think the tread on this tire that you have here is usable again next week, or you think you're going to have to go to Plan B?
Oh, it's definitely usable.
Definitely usable. Well, you kind of want slicks anyway, right? People used to grind all their tires down, shave them.
Yeah. We can put what is it on our website, the racing accessories or whatever.
Be like racing junk or whatever, right?
Racing junk. Emphasis on
just like the other rubbers, turn inside out.
Thumbs up given by Dan Bucky to Chris Bloom as he comes to the line. Your winner, Chris Bloom, taking our Fun Packs feature victory tonight. Well, Chris, night number 1 goes pretty well. Got a bumper cover issue back here, but that's not too bad.
No, it could have been worse.
It could have been worse. That first lap or 2 was pretty wild. We had guys going like 5 wide, and I think we only had about 5 cars at that point.
Yeah, that's why I was glad I'd get in front and get ahead and try to keep Blaine off.
And Salisbury kept looking to the outside, kept right on your rear bumper, waiting literally on your bumper, waiting for you to make a mistake. And the mistake didn't come. You were able to win on night 1. Good job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Chris Bloom, your winner tonight in the 151. He's going to draw what track we are running next week. Here's the big draw. Just 1 sheet of paper. Take 1 sheet of paper out of there. What's it say? Road course. Large. It's the big road course next week. All right, so the Fun Pack's on the big road course next week here at Midvale Speedway. And of course, we'll have our other 5 divisions on hand as well, plus our spectator drags. One final feature coming up next. It is the Compacts, and it is the 2nd feature for the Compact, a great field on hand tonight. We want to thank you that are leaving the Speedway now for coming out to Midvale tonight. We got 1 more feature yet to go. Final race of the evening. It is our Compact. 15-lapper. Gerald Hahn and Jesse Crabtree bring him in. And we've got them 3 wide already in turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, slipping back is Chris Boone in the 7, the golden red car. Boone sliding back, and now we've got Roberts in the 07. And the 3 of Patterson back of the field. They rubbed a little paint. Leading the way is Hahn in the number 13. Gerald Hahn pulling away from our other competitors. Hahn leading. Second place is now Leggett. Third place is Crabtree. Fourth is Lisa Moore. Gerald Hahn leading the way. Second, Donnie Leggett is on the move, closing quickly, goes to the outside, checks up going into the turn though. Side by side for the lead, front of the field. Gerald Hahn on the bottom. Donnie Leggett the third on the outside, and Leggett goes into the lead. Hahn fights back and forth they go in turn 3. For the fourth position, Lisa Moore slid back a little bit. 3 of Patterson is on the move. Jesse Patterson in the number 3 car, fourth, third now, outside of Crabtree. Alan Clark, 69 car, running the inside lane. His teammate Adam Mishler picking up a feature win earlier tonight. Here Leggett letting off early. .13 car of Gerald Hahn has gone under his qualifying time. 2 laps in this race. He will be sent pit side. In feature racing, anyone in the top 5 is on the clock. And Hahn has broken out of his qualifying time. That gives the second position to the number 3 of Patterson. Patterson will close. We have completed the first 2/3 of this race. 11 laps now complete for Leggett.
Just curious, Adam, do we have that rule if you ignore the black flag, we just quit scoring you?
Well, yeah, he's already been and had his scoring card stopped a number of laps ago. Obviously oblivious to anything that is going on around.
The alligator has taken over,
I guess. So Gerald Hahn is going to be scored last in this race. White flag is out, final circuit for Donnie Leggett III. Leggett rolling through turn 4 will come to the checkered, and Leggett claims the victory. The Leggett Auto Service, Carroll Asphalt, Ritson Concrete 111 car, your winner in our final feature on opening night. No, not too bad tonight. A little bit of a late start, close to 25 minutes or so after our scheduled start time, and still done around 11 o'clock as the top 3 stop on the back stretch. Chris Cale will come to the front stretch and get a word with our winner. Crabtree finishing in the 7th spot. Lisa Moore and Josh Roberts. Scored last was Gerald Hahn, who was oblivious to the black flag being waved at him during the event.
Jason Neely talking to the alligator machine about paying attention next time. And sliding into victory lane, Donnie Liggett III. I think I'd almost take this car at him and put a plate on it and drive it. This thing's pretty good condition.
Pretty
nice,
clean, yes, no doubt. It was like that last year, too.
Nice blue sparkling paint. All right, first question. Is that really a 111 or is that a 3?
It's a 111.
Okay, you know, because of the Donnie Leggett III, I was just curious if it was a 3 or a 111.
Nah, it's 111. I wanted 11 for my grandpa, but I didn't get it.
Well, that's all right. 111's the next best thing, right?
That's right.
All right, tell me about your feature event tonight. Pretty good run.
Yeah, I was just hoping the best. My car ain't running right yet, but we'll get there.
That seemed like it was running pretty good to me.
It's popping half track. Maybe we'll fix it.
So that really wasn't you letting off just to make sure you didn't get under your qualifying time?
No.
Okay, well then we'll have to tell Adam that for next time.
All right.
Congratulations, buddy. Donnie Leggett III in victory lane in your compact second feature. Thanks for everybody coming out. We'll see you next Saturday night right here at Midvale Speedway.
And we've got a full 6 division program, late models, modifieds, pure stocks, compacts, fun packs, and mini trucks. Racing action at 6:30, qualifying before that around 5 o'clock next Saturday. Spectator drags at intermission. Please remember to buckle up and drive home safely.
Walter. Yeah. I guess you're the man in charge of slowing the program down tonight, huh? Are you guys going to slow it down tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Take an hour to clean up anything on the track?
Hey, we missed it so much since we were...
Where you going? They said you're in charge. They said you're in charge.
They said I'm in charge?
Yeah. Is he in charge?
He's in charge.
You answer to him? Oh, there you go. Can you fix it?
Oh, maybe.
Fix it no matter what it costs, right?
Yep.
All right, that's the way I like to hear it.
My money.
Hey.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a new crew chief if you don't quit sitting around. Yeah? You're gonna be fired. You're gonna be fired before you know it.
What are you doing with that?
Shooting you? Bugging you? Where are you going? Hey, you awake in there?
Yeah.
There's no sleeping and no texting in the cars while you're driving.
Okay.
Tell everybody in La La Land who you are.
Ron Kirkpatrick.
There you go. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Here we are, Phil.
Here we are, racing season.
Racing season. Are you working hard?
I am.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Who is your favorite driver here at Midvale Speedway?
Oh man, it's a tough one.
Other than Bill Westlake, who's your favorite driver?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That's a hard
I'm going to
question.
say Mike Miller.
Mike Miller.
Mike Miller.
Okay, now here's the tough question.
Okay, go ahead.
Who other than Bill Westlake is the biggest cheater here? Now, did you hear what I said?
I don't think anybody.
Other than Bill Westlake, who's the biggest cheater here?
I know what you said.
There you go.
That's why I say I don't think anybody.
I didn't think you caught that, so. All right, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
How you doing, bud?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Hey, while you're down there, can you tell everybody out here in La La Land who you are?
Jeremy Sloan from Sugar Creek, Ohio.
You ever raced here before?
No, I have not.
First time ever, huh?
Yes, sir.
And a modified, wow.
Yep.
Can you do one more thing for me?
What's that?
You got your car here. Can you show me all your illegal parts?
Illegal parts, I'd rather not point them out.
All right, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite driver here at Midvale Speedway? Other than yourself?
Probably Randy Smart.
Randy Smart? Okay. Does he know that?
I don't know.
Okay. Other than yourself, who's the biggest cheater here at Midvale?
I'd rather not say that. I'd rather not say that.
Other than yourself?
Yeah, I'd rather not say that.
All right, tell everybody in La La Land who you are.
Joe Usage.
There you
the
go.
Modified number 11.
Number 11, tonight's winner.
Hopefully, yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Got the right man on it? Yeah. Got the right man on the job? Hey, Randy Smart, I got a question for you. While you're busy. I don't want to bug you too much, but Joe Usage down here said you were his favorite driver.
All right.
Yep. So let me ask you this. If he comes up beside you, you going to put him in the wall?
No.
He gets a free pass, right?
Not a free pass, but I ain't going to put anybody in the wall.
Hey, enjoy tonight.
I'll try.
Are you going to win tonight?
I'm going to try or I just stay home.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks.
You awake in there? You don't want to be on it. Why not? Why not? Come on. It won't bite you.
I don't want to be on that.
Okay. It's off.
See, now he's got me on it now.
Hey, it's off, I swear. Kevin McClellan.
What's up, Mr. Chapman?
How are you? Long-time driver and cheater here at Midvale Speedway.
That's me.
Can you come out here and show me all your illegal parts?
Nope.
Huh?
No.
There's none, right?
None.
That's what you're supposed to say. There's
We'd
none.
have to walk down to Smart's car to find out.
Now, you just told him that, too.
I don't care.
Who's your favorite driver here at Midvale? Other than you?
Ken Carroll.
Kenny? He ain't driving no more.
It's okay.
Okay, the guy that's here now.
Other than me,
Yeah.
Doug McMillan.
Huh?
Doug McMillan.
All right, one more question. Who's a bigger cheater than you are here?
Everyone.
That's how they win, right?
There we lost the car.
Supposed to wave. That's better. Hey, you woman driver, hit the brake. You're going backwards. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Tell everybody up here at Midvale Speedway who you are.
Lisa Moore from Barberton Speedway.
There you go. Tonight's winner, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hopefully.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hi, Jason.
How are you?
Good, how are you? Knock, knock.
Good, how are you?